Welcome to the City of Quincy Board of License Commissioners meeting on September 27th at 4 p.m. And Susan, can you please call the roll?
Yes. Inspector Anderson for Director Duke.
Present.
Commissioner Castle.
Present.
Chief Jackson.
Present.
Chief Keenan.
Present.
Chair Christmas.
Present.
5 members.
We do have a quorum, and I will just read into the record the open meeting law. Pursuant to the open meeting law, any person may make an audio or video recording of this public meeting or may transmit the meeting through any medium. Attendees are therefore advised that such recordings or transmissions are being made, whether perceived or unperceived, by those present and are deemed acknowledged and permissible. Agenda item number 1 is hearing regarding the request of the Montclair Wollaston Neighborhood Association for a special use permit 1-day beer and wine license for their 31st annual Pumpkin Spice Festival. The festival will be October 16th at Bishop Field from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Councilor Coughlin, thank you for being here. Walter Hubley, thank you for being here. Why don't you tell us about your event?
I think Walter's probably more well-known to you folks than I am at this point. Having been before you, I think, for many of his association events. I'm an annual visitor. This is the 31st year for the Montclair Wollaston Neighborhood Association. I was one of the founding members below those many years ago. And each year we've put on a festival of some sort in some season. And recently it's been primarily in the fall. This has become our annual signature event. And as you might see from what I've passed out, it's a family-oriented event. We usually end up having 300 to 400 folks that show up with their kids. And it's just a nice way to bring the community together. We've paired up with our Wollaston Hill neighbors, and Walter is here representing their interest in what they do. Is they've provided the craft beers, and you're probably familiar with his Saturday in the Park events, which have been hugely successful for the last several years. So if there were any questions on that particular issue, Walter could address them. Of the event in general. I'm happy to answer any questions and appreciate the opportunity to be before you today and look forward to continuing this tradition.
Thank you. Any questions, concerns from anyone here in the audience? Seeing none, any questions, concerns? Commissioner?
Just one question. Is it just Montilio's? No other food vendors?
Yes, that's the only food vendor. And their pizza's usually sold out. I tell George I've never gotten a piece of his pizza at one of these events because when I get there at the end of the event, they're gone. But they put on a good spread with the pizza and the pastries and beverages and whatnot. And we've tried to keep it pretty simple in that regard.
Is there a rain date?
That happened last year, as you remember, Chief, and I was pulling my hair out. We have not specifically scheduled a rain date as of yet, but I'm being very optimistic this year. If it Sue was very helpful last year in getting my approval for the continuance to the following weekend, but I'm not sure that I'm up to doing it this year because it's getting in touch with all of the different providers, and they're pretty locked up at this time of the year when you're talking about pony rides and face painters and magicians and whatnot. Trying to go from one weekend to like the next weekend and securing their services is next to impossible.
Maybe just a lot of tents.
Yeah. I could try my hand at face painting. I don't know. Spray cans.
Okay. Well, it sounds like a nice event in 31 years of running. So
and I do want to, I should not lose the opportunity to take this moment to thank both Chief Jackson and Chief Keenan for their participation in allowing various elements of their have units to come.
Wow, it's a pleasure. You guys do a great job.
Yeah, no, it's the kids love that aspect of it, whether it's, being able to get up on a fire truck or, seeing the canine unit or whatever else. I sent you an email. Did you get it by any chance?
I don't recall. What, requesting those?
Yeah.
It's no problem, we'll do it. I don't remember the email, but I knew it was coming, so it's no big deal.
All right. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah, plan on it.
Okay, looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of the Montclair Wollaston Neighborhood, the Wollaston Montclair Neighborhood Association for a special use permit, one-day beer and wine license for the 31st Annual Pumpkin Spice Festival. The festival will be October 16th at Bishop Field from 12 to 4, represented by Kevin Coughlin. And it's Wollaston Montclair, because I grew up in Wollaston.
I was trying to figure out, why is he doing this? He's forcing
Was
this.
neighbors with this
The
gentleman.
juxtaposition.
3 houses away.
No, oh, jeez. Oh, by the way, if any one of you happens to be around, my band is playing that afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah, we play some really good rock and roll, so.
Nice.
Just saying.
Yeah, nice. I'll second that motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Good luck.
All
Good luck,
Have fun.
have fun.
Thank you
I
very
hope it
much.
stays dry for you this year.
Agenda item number 2, hearing regarding the request of the Marymount Association for a special use permit, one-day beer and wine license for their annual Oktoberfest, October 1st, from 3 to 6 p.m. Mark Sauter. Hi, Mark, how are you?
Good, how's everyone doing?
Great, thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Sure, why don't you tell us about your event?
Sure, so I think this is year number 10, 9 or 10 for us for the Oktoberfest. It's just, I'd say maybe about 200, 250 people we usually receive. We'll sell 3 or 4 types of beer, and we'll hot dogs, hamburgers, bratwurst. So pretty straightforward, not one of our largest events, but something that we have done and people do enjoy. So just looking to be able to sell beer and wine for that afternoon.
Okay, any questions from anyone here regarding the Marymount Association for a special use permit? Seeing none, board members?
Just
Commissioner?
one question.
Sure.
Any food vendors or any food coming from?
Not any outside vendors. We'll be have the grill there, just cooking the hot dogs and hamburgers on the grill.
Any other concerns? No. Looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of the Marymount Association for a special use permit, one-day beer and wine license for the annual Oktoberfest to be held on October 1st from 3 to 6 p.m., represented by Mark Sauter.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Good luck.
You're all set.
Thanks, everyone. Have a
Thank
nice
you.
afternoon.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 3 is here regarding the request of the North Quincy PTO for a special use permit for their annual holiday shopping expo. The expo will be on November 12th at North Quincy High from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and will feature food trucks and artisan vendors. Amy Galliano. Hi,
How are you?
Why don't you tell us about your event?
Thank you. So the expo's been running for almost 10 years now. About 100 vendors pack inside the high school. We have about 1,000 shoppers, give or take, during the day. And we're just really looking for a special permit to be able to have 3 food trucks parked in front of the high school to be able to serve shoppers as they come and go.
100 vendors. Wow, it's getting big.
It is.
Wow. Any questions, concerns from anyone here about the North Quincy High PTO for a special use permit? Seeing no questions. Commissioner Kessler.
Just one question. Do you know the names of the food trucks?
So at first we had Moizilla dumplings and Lolly Jolly waffles. The third food truck backed out, so we are currently looking for that food truck. But we are going through the South Shore Food Association, which I believe all their trucks are licensed to be here in Quincy.
If you don't mind, I'm just going to give you my card.
Absolutely.
And when I'm that third vendor, that would be great.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Just, Amy, just reach out to our fire prevention office in advance of this just to get a permit for the food trucks, okay?
Oh, okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Sure.
Ready? Madam Chairwoman, I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of the North Quincy PTO for a special use permit for their annual holiday shopping expo. The expo will be on November 12th at North Quincy High from 10 to 4 p.m. and will feature food trucks and artisan vendors represented by Amy Galliano.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Thank
Good
you
luck.
so much.
Good luck, have fun.
Take care. Agenda item number 4, here regarding the request of the Housing and Community Council for a special use permit, one-day beer and wine license for the Harvest Feast Fest at Brill Field. The event will be October 15th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. David DeBona. Hi, David. Welcome.
Hey, how you doing?
Very good. Why don't you tell us about your event?
It's definitely family orientated. Again, I'm new to the running the president. I'm the new president of the Housing and Community Council, so I've been thrown in the deep end real quick on permitting and figuring everything out. Right now, we're just looking for beer and wine. We're going to be making our own hot dogs and hamburgers, which we've already filed those permits. The only permit I need to still pull is the fire permit to make sure everything's on that up and up. Nothing fancy on food. Everything else is going to be bagged. No outside vendors are coming in. We're just going to prep our own food. We're going to make sure everybody that is purchasing the beer, we're going to have one person dedicated just to make sure they're okay to purchase it. We're going to either throw tags on their wrist like we normally do with the Charter Fest. That's about it.
Okay, thank you.
Who's serving the beer?
It'll be the people on the board at the Housing and Community Council and some volunteers.
Okay.
You know,
And where are you getting the beer?
we're not doing any outside vendors. Probably the local liquor store. And like I said, it's a small venue. Around 200 to 250 is what we're banking on. Again, the big new thing we're trying this year is making our own scarecrows for the younger kids. You know, and we're just trying to bring in the community a little bit better.
Okay. Before, we'll get back to that. Anyone have any questions, concerns regarding the Housing and Community Council for their special use one-day permit? Seeing none. I just wanted to say, David, that you will have to use a vendor for your beer and wine purchase. And you can get that, call Sue tomorrow,
Okay.
and we can get that for you.
Like a Burke or something like that?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, we can network the same way we did it for the Charter Bus then.
Right,
You know,
perfect.
Where it was so small, we're not getting a ton of it. We're just getting enough to have a couple
Yep.
people just to have something to go with the hamburger.
Perfect.
But yeah,
Any other questions, concerns?
And it's just hot dogs and burgers, right? Nothing?
yeah, everything else will be like bagged chips,
Okay.
water, soda, stuff like that.
Anything else? Looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of the Housing and Community Council for a special use permit, one-day beer and wine license for the Harvest Fest at Brill Field. The event will be on October 15th from 11 to 5 p.m., represented by David DeBona.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
You're all set. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Agenda item number 5 is hearing regarding the request of the Fowler House, 1049 Hancock Street, for extension of their licensed premise to the back parking lot for an Oktoberfest event on October 8th, rain date being October 9th. The event will feature live music in the parking lot and take place from noon to 7 p.m. John McNeil, hi. How are you? Why don't
Doing
you
well,
tell us
thanks.
about your event?
So it's year number 2, not quite as, have a long standing as the others that went before me, but second year in a row, we just do, live music, nothing special. We're not doing any additional food or anything like that. We're literally just, live music, tables, seating. We'll have a beer truck sponsored by, AB out there. That's it, really. It's just, I think we got 200 people last year. Stopped the music at 7. We had the parking lot cleared by 9. We didn't really have any issues, and there was no crowd control issues or anything like that. So that's it. It's pretty
Okay.
simple.
You say a beer truck you're going to have?
Yeah, Anheuser-Busch just provides a beer truck for the parking lot, so it minimizes traffic coming in and out of the building.
Okay.
That's all. It's all tip certified employees serving the alcohol, and all staff running all the positions, so.
Any questions, concerns from anyone here regarding request of the Fowler House for an extension of their license premise to the back parking lot? Seeing none. Board members, questions, concerns?
Just to clarify too, no outside grills. All the food will be cooked inside where the kitchen is.
How's the business been, what you expected?
Yeah, actually, it's been really better than I expected, yeah. The community's really supported us tremendously since the transition, and we didn't change anything, so that helps. We just kept it going, but everybody's been so supportive, so very
Good.
thankful. Thank you.
You ready?
Ready.
Madam Chairwoman, I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of the Fowler House, 1049 Hancock Street, for an extension of their licensed premise to the back parking lot for an Oktoberfest event on October 8th, rain date October 9th. The event will feature live music in the parking lot and take place from noon to 7. Represented by John McNeil.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You're all set, John.
All right, good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you all, appreciate it.
Agenda item number 6, here regarding the request of Five Guys Enterprise LLC doing business as Five Guys Burgers and Fries, 1250 Hancock Street, for a common victual license due to a change of ownership. Proposed manager Maria Silva, no changes to operation. Maria Silva not here. Everything is in order, corporate change, and I think that we can move this forward today. Everything, hours are staying the same, operations staying the same there, and
It's
we
just a
have,
straight change of manager.
Yep. Just a straight change of manager. Looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of Five Guys Enterprises LLC DBA, Five Guys Burgers and Fries at 1250 Hancock Street for a common victual license due to a change in ownership. Proposed manager Maria Silva. No changes of the operation.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. It's all set. Agenda item number 7, here regarding the request of Boyce Realty LLC for lodging home license for the property located at 30 Bigelow Street and 20 and 22 Bigelow Street due to a change of ownership. These are existing licensed lodging homes that are being sold to new owners. Michael Boyce. Why don't we,
Shelf it for a minute.
yeah, we'll put it on the shelf and come back to it if he's, okay? We'll go right to agenda item number 8, here regarding the request of Colwyn Management Inc. doing business as Staybridge Suites and Holiday Inn Express Quincy at 1 Richard A. Stratton Way for a change of offices in their in-holder license, Attorney John Aida.
Good,
Hi.
good afternoon,
How
Madam
are
Chair,
you?
members of the board. Good, how are you?
Good. Long time
Yeah, this is
no
the,
see.
I know it has been a little while. So this is the dual brand hotel on Richard A. Stratton Way. So we're just doing a change of officers. We're simply adding one position, which is Chief Financial Officer. David Revich is appointed as the new Chief Financial Officer. That position didn't exist before, but they did update the Secretary of State's office, and we're updating this board as well as the ABCC. So no operational changes and no changes to the ownership.
Any questions regarding the change of offices of the in-holder license at the Staybridge Suites? Seeing none. Board members, any questions, concerns? Nope. Looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of the Colwyn Management, DBA Staybridge Suites and Holiday Inn Express, Quincy, 1 Richard Stratton Way, for a change of offices on their in-holder licenses, represented by Attorney John Aida.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. You're
All
all
right,
set.
thank you. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Next is agenda item number 9, hearing regarding the request of Gelato Iringelli, Inc., 17 Chestnut Street, for a change of doing business as on their all alcohol beverage license from SIP Italian Bistro to Italian Cafe Gelato Kitchen and Drinks. Denise Santini. Hi, how are
Hello,
you?
everyone.
Why don't you tell us about your change?
So it's just basically a change in the DBA. As COVID has gone through, everything has gone through, we've decided that it would be best to keep the name that we already have, that people know us, and just add kitchen and drinks, since we're putting in a full kitchen, just to make it known that we are expanding.
Okay, any questions or concerns regarding the Italian Cafe Gelato Kitchen and Drinks doing business as? Seeing none.
Just one thing.
Yes.
Denise, have you been in touch with our fire prevention officer? I just have a few notes here. I just wanted to make sure.
I heard secondhand today in regards to that, and I actually had a question. I don't know if I should just speak with him directly in regards to it.
Yeah, Inspector Wong, if you reach out to Inspector Wong after fire prevention, he can answer whatever
Perfect.
questions you might have. And I got no problem pushing this through tonight. These things are very easily rectified. A couple of extinguishers need to be
Yeah.
updated and some storage.
Yes.
Being too close to the ceiling, but,
Okay.
okay. just
Appreciate
wanted to
it.
make sure.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
So you're adding food, more food to your menu? is
More
that-
food to the menu,
plan?
correct.
Is it, are the hours going to be the same, and what are they?
The hours are going to be the same, basically from 8 in the morning till maximum range 10 p.m.
So you'll be doing more dinners and,
Correct.
okay.
Good.
Looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of Gelato Artigianali, Inc., 17 Chestnut Street, for a change of business, doing business as on their all-alcoholic beverage restaurant license from SIP Italian Bistro to Italian Cafe Gelato Kitchen and Drinks, represented by Denise Santini.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You're all
Thank you.
set. Thank you.
Good luck.
Agenda item number 10, here regarding the request of the neighborhood club of Quincy, 27 Glendale Road, for a change of manager on their all alcohol beverage club license to Martin McGovern. Martin McGovern. Hi, welcome. Good, how are you?
Good.
You're back, huh?
Welcome back.
I know. Begrudgingly, but I'm
Good for the
back.
club.
Why don't you tell us?
Well, they've had some trouble since I left. So they've gone through a couple managers, and I got a phone call to come back and help them out because I want to see the club make it. So that's basically what it comes down to.
Who's the manager now?
Me.
Oh, right.
They don't have one.
No, who was the last one?
Brenda Seekins from the Venetia.
Okay.
It was short-lived. And that was John Gilio before.
Right.
He was my assistant. So I've been gone, three years now? So I've been back and forth, trying to fix problems.
Is John Gilio still involved? Or?
No, he's been no longer with them.
Okay. Any
Yeah.
questions, concerns from anyone here regarding the neighborhood club for a change of manager to Martin McGovern? Seeing none. Board members, any questions, concerns?
Do you have any experience?
It's like the Hotel California. I can check out anytime, but I can't leave.
Looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of the neighborhood club of Quincy, 27 Glendale Road, for change of manager on their all-alcoholic beverage club license to Martin McGovern.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Awesome. Thank you. Good to see you.
Good to
Thank
see
you.
buddy. Take care.
Agenda item number 7, we will move that forward to the September 13th hearing. Excuse me, October 11th hearing, and hear from Boyce Realty then. Okay, and looking for a motion to accept the minutes from the September 13th hearing and waive the reading.
Motion to accept?
Second.
And our next hearing will be on October 11th. Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you.
Second.